study. Yeah.
This is in-depth study of the Christ, the propitiation, the begotten Son, the Lord, the Judge, the Ruler, the Standard, the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, the One, the true Jesus Christ. Here on Understanding the Bible Radio, on Screen Study, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, on screen, undeniable facts of Scripture.
He is the way, the truth, and the life. This is Ron Saxton with Understanding the Bible Radio, where we show you live study. That's what we do here. Live study, showing it on screen, undeniable facts of Scripture. Let's get it right. You got to get it right to understand. You got to understand what happened. We're going through Genesis. And we're at Genesis 33 now. And we are going to go in and continue to see. We see Jacob's name is changed at the time where he's trying to go back home to his father, Isaac. And we've got the 10 tribes, 10 of the tribes born already. And we're waiting on the other 2. Find out what happens there. And Esau's angry. So Esau is mad because he stole his blessing from his father, and now he's trying to come back home, and he's trying to offer me all these gifts, blah, 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 blah. Angels are going with him, and he sends a group of his all that he has with him, his manservants and all that. He sends one set first, then he sends another set separate from each other, just in case Esau slays the first set. But as he does that, he's standing there by himself, but he's not by himself because an angel is still standing there. So he starts to wrestle with him. He recognizes that he's an angel of the Lord. And he doesn't let him go until he blesses him. And so the Lord changes his name to Israel. That's where it comes from. He's not talking about the country that we're looking at today on our maps, Israel. He's not talking about them. He's talking about Jacob. Okay, and it means God prevails. That's what Israel means. So there you go. So now we're going to continue on in this story to see what happens in this history of God working his purpose through man. And we'll see what happens. So hit your like buttons, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to get all the studies when they're published, when they are airing live on screen. Yeah, and also on the Facebook, my name is Ron Saxton. You can follow me there. Don't friend me. Follow me. Okay, I don't accept friend requests anymore unless I know who you are. There you go. So hit the follow button on the Facebook. Understanding the Bible Radio is on Facebook also. You can click the like button. All right, the link is there to get all connected directly to the YouTube videos. Every video we post, and we're beyond 1,000. We're beyond 1,000 study videos now. So let's go in. Let's see what else we can get. And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men, and he divided the children unto Leah, and unto Rachel, and unto the 2 handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost, behind them. Okay, and he passed over them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. And Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. Okay, so that's some good things. Brothers are coming back together. And he lifted up his eyes and saw the women and the children, and said, Who are those with thee? And he said, The children which God hath graciously given thy servant. And the handmaidens came near, and they and their children, and they bowed themselves. And Leah also with her children came near and bowed themselves. And after came Joseph near, and Rachel, and they bowed themselves. And he said, What meanest thou by all this drove which I met? And he said, These are to find grace in thy sight of my Lord. And Esau said, I have enough, my brother. Keep that thou hast unto thyself. And Jacob said, Nay, I pray thee, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then receive my present at my hand. For therefore I have seen thy face, and as though I had seen the face of God, and thou wast pleased with me. Take, I pray thee, my blessing that is brought to thee, because God hath dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it. And he said, Let us take our journey, and let us go, and let us go, and let us go, and I will go before thee. And he said unto him, My Lord knoweth that the children are tender, and the flocks and herds with young are with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die. Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly, according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure until I come unto my Lord, unto Seir. And Esau said, Let me now leave with thee some of the folk that are with me. And he said, What needeth it? Let me find grace in thy sight of my Lord. And Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth, and built him an house, and made booths for his cattle. Therefore the name of that place is called Succoth. And Jacob came to Shalem, a city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, and he came from Padanaram, and pitched his tent before the city. And he brought a parcel of a field where he had spread his tent at the hand of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. And he erected there an altar, and called it Elohe Israel, I want to say. Elelo Israel, I want to say. I don't get me on that Hebrew, I can't do that stuff too good. But yeah, there it is. And he is getting it going. So him and his brother meet, and he's not angry with Jacob. Esau's not angry with him anymore. They come together again, and he helps him on the way a little bit, but then he goes off into his land. Jacob goes into settle into Succoth, his land, and so basically there you go there. So now I wanted to see what this Elohe Israel is. I hope that's the right pronunciation. I don't know. We're going to hear it right now. See what it says.
Strong's H415.
El Elohe Israel. El Elohe Israel.
El Elohe is Israel. Okay. There it is. The mighty God of Israel. That's what it means. Name given to an altar, a location by Jacob. And that should be pretty short in the lexicon. Let's take a look at it. Okay, the grammar there, part of verb, Hebrew term here. Number 2, strong, mighty, a mighty one, a hero. All right. You got Ezekiel 31 showing the mighty one of the nations, used of Nebuchadnezzar. Okay. All right. That's in the LXX, the Greek term here. Many copies of this Hebrew term, for instance, those of Babylon. All right. Isaiah 9:5. This Hebrew term, mighty hero. Okay. Mighty God. All right. See number 3. Of the Messiah. Yes. Abid 10. I wish I could read those books, man. I wonder where they're from. Of God. The same person is clearly meant in both places, even God with us. Nearly connected with this is the phrase in, I want to say plural, Ezekiel 32. All right. The strong among the mighty. The mightiest heroes, okay, where many MSS and additions of this Hebrew term. Mighty strength, okay. There it is. Let's see what else we got. We're in 33. This is a 31. We've been there. It is in the power of my hand. Okay. Good deal. So you can check it out there. But that's basically it. That's basically what happens here in this one. Nothing real deep there. Number 3 here. God. Yeah. More accurately, to illustrate the usage of the synonyms Hebrew names of God as this Hebrew term here. All right, I make the following remarks on the use of this word. In prose, it is scarcely over applied to God, this Greek term here, without the same adjunct or attribute of this Hebrew term, or without the same cognomen, this Hebrew term, Genesis 33:20. All right, so that's pretty much self-explanatory. You guys can see it to see rendered, which is rightly rendered Yehovah, God of gods, which he is. Okay. So there's much more there. You guys can take a look at it. In your spare time, you got to study, get diligent, see it for yourself. Incline your mind to him. Turn your mind towards him, that he can help you take away the veil off your heart so that you may understand and read and understand and see all that he needs for you to understand at that time, so that you can grow more in knowing and learning of him. Okay, that's the main deal. That's what you should do. That's 33, man. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't see, how much deeper you can go into that, but I'm sure somebody can find a way to make it 2 hours long. But I'm not going to do that. Yes, because it's the deal. This is basically what it is. He returned. He finally met Esau. Esau was not angry with him, wasn't upset, and bid him well. And that's it. So we, in a few minutes, 15 minutes, we're coming back with Genesis 34. We got, I think, 50 or 60 chapters to get to, so we're not going to rush through. But we're just going to keep going. You guys want to get a little break? Good deal. 15 minutes, I shall return. Don't forget, this is live, unrehearsed, no ads on the studies, and there's no tithing, no seed sowing, no offering, no GoFundMe, none of that. Period. Anybody asking, Understanding the Bible Radio's asking for money, or any government programs, anything like that, cash apps, nothing. Hey, it's not us. Don't do it. Ron Saxton on Facebook, that's me. Also, no one. I do not do that. It's a done deal. There's no scamming, none of that. I ask for no money. Everything's paid for your convenience. Studying live here. I want to see your comments. Post it up. Questions about it. Post it up. Let's go. All right, let's go. Get diligent. Study. I'll see you soon. 15 minutes.
Please allow us to extend our deepest thanks, our humblest appreciation, our greatest gratitude for your fellowship here with us, sharing the letter of the gospel, the ancient definitions of Scripture. This is Understanding the Bible.